Hi, this is Jim Mann with Homestyle Southern Cooking, and I'm going to bring you another wonderful cookie candy recipe for the holidays. Last night I made a package of brownies. I just got a regular package of brownies in the store and made them up. It can be any kind, okay, and let it cool. So what I'm going to do with my brownies now is I'm going to actually, after I made them, I'm going to tear them all up. I'm going to break these all up. It sounds a shame to break all these beautiful brownies up, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break them all up. Okay, let me get all the rest of these in here. This is a really unique recipe that it's called the cherry bomb, and you'll see why after we get going with this. Now I want to take this and I want to take my fingers and break these brownies up as much as I can. Okay, let's set this out of the way. And I'm going to continue to break this up. Okay. After we get this all broken up, you have two options. To make this a little bit softer, if you choose, you can put like maybe 2 tablespoons of any type of ready-made icing in here, okay? But to make this more festive for the holidays, I have chosen that I'm going to take a little bit of Bailey's, and this is 2 tablespoons of Bailey's, and I'm going to put the Bailey's in there. Then I'm going to mix it all up with my hands. Get this all mixed up. And it's almost back to like a cake dough. And that's exactly what you want. You want it to be like a cake dough. Okay. Let me set this aside and wash my hands, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, also I got my cookie sheet and I put some parchment paper on here. And last night I took some maraschino cherries and I drained them and I blotted them to get them as dry as I could. So what I'm going to do now is I've got my cookie scoop, and I'm going to get a scoop of the dough out. And what I'm going to try to do is push my finger in here, flatten it out as much as I can, and get one of the cherries and put it in here. And then I'm going to push this dough all up around this cherry. And then I will make it into a nice little ball. Just like that. And I'm going to set it on my sheet. Once again, I'm just going to take and get some of the dough here. I'll push it out, and I'm going to push a hole in it. Flatten it out a little bit. Grab one of the cherries, put it in the middle, and then bring the dough up around the cherry. Now remember, you have brownies, you have the maraschino cherries, and you have the Baileys in this. So already the flavors you're going to have will be incredible. Let me make one more for you, and then I'll stop and make the rest of them and come back to you. But let's make one more. I just got my cookie mix. I'm going to flatten it out in my hand. I didn't mean cookie, I mean brownie mix. Get a cherry, put it in the middle, and bring the dough up around it, or the brownie mix up around it. Roll it in a little circle. And then we're going to put it right here on our paper. Okay, let me get the rest of them done and I'll be back with you in just a few seconds. Okay, I've gotten them all rolled out and all set up. There they are. So now I'm going to put them in the refrigerator for about a half an hour and then I'll come back and we'll finish them. Okay, the next step to making our cherry bombs is I'm going to heat some chocolate. Now, I've got about a cup and a half of chocolate chips that I'm going to pour in this bowl, okay? But if you watch my other videos before, I have told you that I like to mix. It doesn't have to be this type of chocolate, any kind of chocolate, but I've got 1 bar of semi-sweet chocolate and 1 bar of milk chocolate. I like to take and mix the chocolates up so when they melt, I have a combination of chocolates in there. You don't have to do that, just plain chocolate chips. If that's what you have in a bag, that's all that you need. But I think it gives it, whether you're making fudge or whether you're anything that you're making, this is a dark chocolate. I think it adds a different taste to it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take these over to my microwave and I'm going to microwave them and to get this soft, and I'll be right back. Okay, my cherry bombs have been in the freezer for about 30 minutes and they're hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a toothpick and I'm going to dip them in my chocolate that I just melted. I roll them all around the chocolate. And then I'm going to take them. Let me get a fork, it might be better with here. And I will put it on my drying rack. There's one. And I'll put another one in there. Now, if your chocolate starts getting hard on you, you can take it back over to the microwave and just put it back in the microwave to soften it up some. Okay, I'm going to get all these done. As you can see, all I'm doing is just dipping them in the chocolate and putting them on the tray. Let me get these all finished and I'll come back. Okay, we're back. Our cherry bombs were in the refrigerator for about 45 minutes. Just a tip, instead of putting them on a drying rack, you might want to try putting them on parchment paper, because the drying rack, they do stick a little bit. So a piece of parchment paper will work better. But they turned out great, and here they are. And we will take one of them and we will cut it in half. And there we go. There is our cherry bomb. I don't know whether you can see the cherry in the middle. You've got the brownie mix and you've got the chocolate. Now is the time of testing. Oh my goodness, the brownie and the chocolate by itself. But the cherry gives it a real sweetness, and there's just a slight hint of the Baileys in there. Great Christmas idea to do. Thank you so much for coming back to visit me and let me come into your house. I'm on Facebook. If you find me and like me on there, I'd appreciate it. And also follow me on YouTube. Subscribe to me and you'll get all the latest recipes. I so love coming into your home and being with you. And I hope you'll try this. I get pictures quite often now of people showing me the recipes that they've made. They send me pictures. It makes me really happy to know that y'all are really trying them. So thank you so much. Until next time, this is Jim in Mexico saying take care of yourself and have a great weekend ahead, a week ahead. God bless.